Our story begins with Fernando Araujo. On the surface, he lives a decent life, an artist, a judo instructor, a man searching for his true calling. But inside, he feels something is missing. One stormy night, while smoking near the Bank of Rio, fate gives him an idea. His cigarette slips into a sewer drain, and as he peers inside, inspiration strikes. What if the sewer could be a doorway, straight into the bank? The next day, Fernando shares his wild thoughts with his friend Sebastian, a civil engineer. At first, Sebastian hesitates, but he's in financial trouble, and the lure of millions is tempting. They realize, however, that they'll need funding, tools, and more manpower. So Fernando recruits two others, de Bauza, a loyal friend, and Mario, a seasoned thief whose skills in cracking safes are unmatched. At first, Mario dismisses the idea as reckless, but when Fernando points out that pulling off this one job could mean never having to steal again, Mario listens. Fernando drives Mario back to the same spot near the bank, lowers a measuring tape through a manhole, and guides Mario into the sewers to track where it lands. After a few calculations, Fernando grins and declares they're just 18 meters away from striking gold. Not long after, Fernando, Mario, and de Bauza regroup to strategize. The plan is to dig a tunnel straight into the bank. But there's a catch. Every room inside is equipped with motion sensors. Fernando, however, explains that these devices don't actually detect movement, only shifts in temperature. To counter this, he's crafted a makeshift suit from a sleeping bag designed to mask their body heat. Still, one major challenge remains. He has no idea how to crack open the vault. The next day, they set out to gather intel. Fernando snaps pictures of the bank's parking lot before heading inside with Sebastian, who pretends to open an account, while Fernando covertly photographs the lobby. But security quickly notices, detains him, and escorts him to the basement for questioning. Turns out this was all part of Fernando's master plan. While under watch, he takes the opportunity to study the deposit box room closely. Security combs through his belongings and camera, but finds nothing suspicious. That's because Fernando had already slipped out the memory card. Later, he and Sebastian reconstructed the bank's floor plan using both photos and memory. Fernando proposes a new strategy, breaking in through a small room. To get the exact digging angle, they measure the distance from the manhole to the bank using a bicycle, counting each tire rotation. Fernando then applies his knowledge of geometry to chart out the tunnel. Conveniently, the money they aim to steal is insured, meaning only the bank takes the hit. With the plan locked, the crew descends into the sewers at night and begins tunneling. The following day, they recruit Alberto to handle the getaway car. But another issue arises: how to open over 400 lockers. A blowtorch would take hours, far too risky. So, Fernando suggests renting a safety deposit box at another branch for research. Mario does exactly that, carefully observing the lock mechanism as it's opened. Later, Mario and an accomplice steal a getaway van, but panic when police approach. Fortunately, Alberto and his wife intervene, pretending they're friends, and the tension diffuses. Meanwhile, the tunnel project continues until a drill breaks, frustrating Mario, who feels he's invested too much already. Fernando dismisses the setback, vowing to buy another drill. That night, while stargazing with his girlfriend, Fernando reflects on how the light they see is from stars long gone. This sparks a revelation. He rushes to Mario, unveiling a bold idea. Banks are secure when open and secure when closed, but never prepared for both states at once. His plan? Enter during working hours while the vault is already open. The authorities will assume they're after quick cash and overlook the real tunnel escape. Mario is thrilled by the genius of it. Heist day arrives. Everyone coats their fingers with glue to avoid leaving prints. Sebastian slips into the sewers while Fernando, Mario, and the rest enter the bank in disguise before donning masks. Mario and de Bauza head upstairs, while Fernando and Alberto seize the ground floor, brandishing weapons and ordering civilians down. A guard alerts police via CCTV, but Fernando is already eavesdropping through his walkie-talkie. As chaos unfolds, Mario forces cashiers to bag money while Alberto locks the parking gate. Police arrive outside, prompting Fernando to grab a civilian hostage, threatening execution if they storm in. Inside, Mario corners a security guard, strips him of his weapon and phone, then frees him. Free, greeted by Mario in a luxury car. Despite prison time, they're still rich men. Fernando, the artist who once searched for purpose, found it in the most audacious heist in Argentina's history. A crime so clever, it truly earned its name. The heist of the century. Please like and subscribe for me.